Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, and this is my review for SOMA. So dear viewers, this video game originally released all the way back in 2015. A year I remember fondly as the year I played a hell of a lot of video games. But we're not here to talk about just any old video game. No, we are here to talk about SOMA. And just like that beautiful bearded bastard Barry Bertrum, you're probably wondering,
what is this?
SOMA is a survival horror video game thingamajig that comes to us from those talented bastards at Frictional Games. You might be familiar with their most famous game, Amnesia: The Dark Descent. A game that I have never seen the wide appeal of. It's scary, yes, but a lot of games are scary. Personally, I found that game to be a little, well, boring. No, don't click off the video yet. Is SOMA any better than Amnesia: The Dark Descent in my opinion though? Well, let's review this bloody game and find out. And let's review it the only way I know how. Badly. And let's start with what I really enjoy about SOMA. The absolute best thing about this game is its story. Yes, the visuals are very impressive. Yes, I absolutely adore the sound design and the voice acting. But boy, oh boy, the story. We essentially play as Simon Jarrett, who finds himself on an underwater remote research facility under mysterious circumstances. There's bloody machinery everywhere that exhibits human characteristics, such as possessing personalities and consciousness. So Simon embarks upon a quest in which he'll discover its history, while at the same time trying to make sense of his predicament. And that's all I'm going to tell you without spoiling the story for this game, because as the number one thing I love about this game, I obviously want you to play it and experience the story for yourself. But let me just say, this is one of the most impressive stories I've ever seen in an indie horror video game, mixing elements of sci-fi, artificial intelligence, a major extinction event, how one deals with the horror of the reality that they've somehow found themselves in, incredibly likable characters, and above all else, a lot of bloody emotion. There's moments in this game when I felt guilty, and for any of you who played the game, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, but let's just say it's to do with decommissioning certain electrical appliances. Yes, I'm trying to be vague, so what I probably just said doesn't make a lot of sense, but play the game and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The game also has one of the best, most emotional endings I think I've ever seen in a video game. So if at any point you're playing this game and you start to feel frustrated, I'll tell you why in a moment. Take my word for it, dear viewers, it's worth chugging along, getting through, just to see that amazing ending. Now don't think this game is just all emotional sequences and philosophy and other big long words. No, this is a horror game. And like a lot of these first-person horror experiences, it does not have any actual combat. So instead, you have to sneak around your enemies while trying to solve puzzles, essentially unlock a way to progress in whatever location you're in. And might I just say, these entities that are in this game are bloody terrifying. Rather unlike most of the things we see in games now, like bloody zombies or ghosts or zombie ghosts, or zombies that don't realize they're actually ghosts, or ghosts that don't realize they're actually zombies and vice versa. The best way I could describe the enemies in this game is like witnessing tentacle monsters making love with machinery. I think that makes sense. But anyway, you'll have to avoid all of these bastards. So yes, that does mean you're going to have to go into stealth gameplay, but good news, there is actually a mode in this game now, which wasn't there when I originally played this game back in 2015, in which you can actually make it so that the monsters can't attack or kill you. Granted, that will take away a lot of the tension in the game, a lot of the horror, but it's an option there if you so wish to take advantage of it. The game's locations are also very impressive as well. Lots of underwater bases and other places underwater. Kind of reminded me of BioShock in a kind of, sort of way. Though there's one itty-bitty negative I can have with the locations is the situations in which you are forced to navigate the underwater sequences when you're not actually inside a base or a radio station or whatever the hell they are. I did find myself getting lost quite a lot, so the game could probably have benefited from a checkpoint system. No, not a checkpoint. An objective marker, that's what I meant to say. Or even a bloody map. A mini-map even. But apart from that, this is still a fantastic indie horror game. So if you like the stealth horror gameplay from something like Amnesia, you like a more mature story in your video games, you like sci-fi aesthetics mixed with horror, then I heavily recommend SOMA. Therefore, I declare that SOMA is splendid. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my review for SOMA. If you enjoyed this little review of mine, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed it, well then, feel free to give me a thumbs down. But please try to remember the single thing I always tell you, dear viewers, and that is to always stay obsessed with gaming. Are you still here? Oh, you must have really enjoyed this video then. In that case, you had better subscribe to the channel and check out our other content. Otherwise, you're a booby pants, and no one wants to be a booby pants.